Tiger, and I am the owner of Cricket Candy. For those of you who don't know my company, I sell an Inkjet waterproof vinyl, a matte vinyl, and it is amazing stuff. It will change your life if you haven't used it. But if you know my stuff, you know that I put out a good product, and I don't put out just garbage. And so I have searched long and hard for that Inkjet vinyl to put through a lot of testing, and for that, I have been searching for other products to carry in the Inkjet world, some media that you guys can be printing on. And I have looked and looked and looked and tested, and I have been looking for a heat transfer vinyl, and I finally found one, so I'm super excited to share it with you guys. So heat transfer vinyl is one of my favorite things to use. I don't know how many of you have a Silhouette Cameo or a Cricket, but those are so much fun to play with vinyl. And so I usually use like a Caesar vinyl that you cut out and weed and then you iron on, and I love that stuff. It's so fun. But what I've been looking for is a time saver, and I wanted a product that I could just put in my inkjet printer and that would print amazingly well. And so, and give good results after it had been washed, because I had tried other ones and I would iron it on and I got so excited. I'm like, oh, it turned out amazing, and then I'd throw it in the wash for my kids, and right away the heat transfer stuff would just flake off and be destroyed. And so that made me really sad, because I thought there's got to be a product out there. So I want you to know that all of my Cricket Candy products that I sell are commercial grade products. So I finally found one that I'm super stoked about, and I hope you guys will be too. So the heat transfer vinyl is got a red grid on the back, and that will tell you between the back and which one's the front. So right here, I've already printed an image. Now let me tell you guys, there are so many printables out there, free printables. People make these, they're crazy talented, and so they make these printables and they give them away to you for free. And so I wanted a way that you could make a quick project, or that you could give a gift, super easy. And so that's kind of how my company got started. And so I started out with the matte vinyl that was waterproof. And so we started with that one, and now we have this heat transfer one. And then we also have a gloss, which I'm super excited about. But anyways, back to the heat transfer. So heat transfer, I wanted, like I said, I wanted something that was gonna be amazing for you guys. And so what you'll do is when you receive my packet, so I sell these in packs of 5. So there's 5 sheets in a pack, and you have your instructions right here, and they tell you everything you need to know. And inside is also a sheet of this. It's like a silicone-based product, and we need this to help us with the washing cycle. So this is a very important step, cannot be skipped. That's why it's included in your pack, okay? So to get started, I always do my heat transfer on a hard surface. And so in order to do that, I have this giant butcher block. But you don't have to have one this big. But this is what I use, because you cannot use an ironing board for this. I cannot stress that enough. You can't get the pressure that you need. And so this stuff can be used with the heat press, which is really fun and easy to use. But for those of you who don't have a giant heat press in your house, which most of you I'm sure don't, you can use this stuff with an iron. And so I'm going to show you how. So I use the wood cutting board, and then I put down like just a towel down for this project. And then you can buy, I'm going to show you guys how to make towels, but Walmart has like a 10-pack of these flour sack towels for like $8.88, I think. So they make good Christmas gifts, and I'm going to show you what we do. So you're going to take your towel out of your thing, and these are already pre-washed and pre-shrunk, which is handy. So we're going to lay that out like that, and we want to get the wrinkles out. Now, when you get started, I let my iron, it's a dry iron, there is no water whatsoever in this, and it has, it's on the hottest setting it could possibly go, and that is a cotton linen setting. And your iron needs to be at least a 1200 watt iron for this. So you're gonna first just iron out these wrinkles, because we don't want wrinkles in the middle of our iron-on decal. And these towels are so much fun, and they look like you spent a lot of money on them, and they wash up beautifully. And I'm going to show you one that we've already done when I get this pressed out. So this one, I'll show you. This one I just did. And this is a trick or treat because it's getting close to Halloween around here. And so I did a trick or treat towel. And this one is it's so cute hanging up. But I love them. So this is what it'll look like when we're all done. So after you've printed, now I stick my heat transfer vinyl like this in my printer. It goes up so the grid is facing up. Now, but everybody's printer is so different. So if you're unsure which side you need to print on, take a piece of paper, put an X on it, put it through your printer, and then watch it print out, and then you'll know which side you need to put down and which side up. So with this stuff, it's easy. You can tell the back between the front. So I put it like this in my printer, and then when I picked my image, I got on, found a free printable I loved, and then I mirror imaged it. And on your printer settings, you guys can mirror image. So make sure you mirror image because you don't want, like this one has words on it, so it's really important that it's mirror image because I don't want you guys to ruin your stuff. So after you mirror image it and you print it out, and I didn't change my printer settings, no ink levels on that, I just mirrored my image. I printed it out, then you're gonna take a pair of scissors. Now for those of you who have a Silhouette Cameo or a Cricut, you guys can put your registration marks up in the corner and your machine can cut this for you, and then you will pull off the excess and then go ahead and iron it down. So you'll weed it just like any other vinyl. But for those of you who do not have one, it's okay because you can use a pair of good old scissors. So what you want to do is you want to cut close around here, as close to your image as possible. So I'm just going to quickly do this. You guys, I'm sure, will do better than me because I'm on camera. But I'm just going to go around my image and cut it out. There's no rhyme or reason to it. You just follow your little outline. It doesn't have to be super close or exact. But you don't want all this excess to be hanging out. So, I don't know about you guys, but I'm not very good on camera. So I'm sure I've made like 8 mistakes. Somebody's counting, I'm sure, out there. I'm just a mom of 4. My life is crazy, and so I needed projects I could get done for people that I made myself that didn't take any time. And if you go to my website, cricketcandy.com, you guys can follow me on Pinterest where I'm always pinning awesome printables for you guys and giving you ideas and stuff to use with my product. Okay, so once this is all cut out, it's beautiful, isn't it? We're gonna make sure that it's going the right way. I showed you upside down. So we'll center it on our product, right, or our towel right there, and get it centered on. And then you're gonna take your iron and with 2 hands, you're gonna give it some pressure and you're going to start ironing. And I do about 30 seconds going horizontally and then 30 seconds going vertically, or vice versa here. But just make sure you're getting it good and covered. And when you go around the edges, make sure half your iron is hanging off the sides. I don't know how well you guys can see this. I'm trying to film this by myself. Real time we're making this. It does not take a lot of time to do this project. And if you guys, at the end of my video, I'm gonna tell you a cool thing when we're all done here. This amazing offer we're gonna give you guys, because I believe in my product so much that I want everybody to use it. Okay, so you can make sure you go all the way around. Now this stuff is a hot or cold peel. You can choose if you want to do it hot or cold. I really like to make sure my edges get down, that way there's no lifting. Okay. Give it good firm pressure. Okay, and I'm gonna cool mine off just a titch. Not so hot. So then you're going to take a corner here, any piece, and if it starts to tear, like the paper starts to tear, you can go from another corner. want this all to come up in one piece. Oh, and it's so beautiful. Okay, I'll show you in just a minute. Then there's the trick I was telling you guys about. You'll have this paper, the silicone-based paper. We're just gonna stick it down over our image, and you're gonna iron it for about 15 seconds, give or take. And this will help you with your washability of this stuff. So you'll give it some good pressure for about 15 seconds. This will ensure that it's gonna wash really well, over and over. These are fun gifts to give at the holidays. Christmas is a big time for teachers and neighbor gifts, and so this is what I usually give as a towel, and everybody loves it. Okay, that's good. We're gonna pull that off. And save this paper because this will work for all your sheets, all 5 sheets in your packet. So you don't need a new one for every time. And here it is. I'll hold it up here. And there it is, all done. And so I would wait 24 hours before washing it, but I can stretch it right here and it's not cracking. And like I said, this is commercial grade. And one of the other fun things is that you can do with this stuff is you can have your kids draw on it with crayons or markers. Make sure they don't write any words, but they can draw pictures on it, and that way you can iron it onto a towel or a pillowcase or a t-shirt and give to a grandparent or a parent. They really love that too. So there's that. There's the fall one we did for Thanksgiving, and here's the Halloween one again. So I'll show you both like that. Okay, so here is my awesome deal for you guys. I want everybody to try this amazing product. And for that, I am asking you guys to only pay shipping and handling on my product. You will be able, for a limited time, be able to get this stuff for free. You just have to pay shipping. And we ask you guys to cover that. So you'll get 5 sheets of the heat transfer, and you'll get the 1 sheet of the silicone paper that you do afterwards, and in a packet. And you guys can go online and order that right now. And I'm partnering up with universityvinyl.com. So super excited, you guys. I finally found the product.